like I said, use the power of love that God gives each and every one of us to make a difference. Instead of making matters worse, use the power of love. And realistically speaking, we all gonna go through emotional roller coasters at times. We're gonna be upset. That's why we laugh and we cry. And it's not any remedy to avoid that. You're gonna have emotions, and like I said, it's gonna be people you love, you care about. It's gonna be things you care about that stuff may happen. It may cause your emotions to roller coaster. But if you can sit back, once you feel yourself losing it, or once you feel yourself getting to that point, sit back and try to collect yourself and make a sound mind before you respond. A lot of times we speak too quickly before we think. And we say things we don't mean. We do things we don't normally do. And for some people, it gets more people in a bind more often than not. And speaking for myself, like I said, some people may say, man, he's real cool, he's real quiet. And then this other person may say, but yeah, I used to argue with him all the time. And they know a totally different person when I lose my cool than somebody who doesn't know me and has never seen me lose my cool. But like I said, I'm learning to maintain that in situations by just sitting back and allowing myself to remain calm and not stoop to the level of my circumstances around me. My circumstances are not what make me. I am what make my circumstances. Even when my circumstances are around me, I don't have to be what my circumstances are. My circumstances are bad around me. I don't have to be a bad person just because of my circumstances are bad. Just because I'm having trouble at work, when I get home, I don't have to make trouble at home because I had trouble at work. If I'm having trouble at home, I don't have to be a trouble to all the friends that I speak with. And that's what we have to learn, because if we allow our emotions to overflow, no, they don't just overflow into that situation. They overflow into the people around us, the things around us. And like I said, even if you look at it from a health standpoint, when you allow your emotions to overflow, you affect your health. Blood pressure, heart rate, headaches, migraines, all of those things. People who are upset all the time and depressed all the time usually are sick more than people who are naturally happy. People who are happy, you find joy and you maintain joy. You understand that joy is given from the Lord. And if the Lord is there every day, all day, 25/8, 365 days a year, then you should be able to find joy even in the sadness of your saddest day. That's what it's about. We have to learn that it's not all about us getting things all the time. So don't lose your emotions because you don't get everything you want. What do you give? Especially those in relationships. We have to remember, we have to give love in order to receive it. We argue, we fuss with the people that we love, our spouses or girlfriends. You're going to get into it at times. I've never met anybody who's been in a perfect relationship where that spouse didn't make them upset at some point in time, or that person that they love or a friend. My best friend, my family, they'll tell you, either one of them. We went through elementary school together all the way through high school, and I will tell you, we fought at school, we fought at home, we put holes in the wall, but we'll fight one week and be best friends the next. Because at that one point in time when we were fighting or arguing, we allowed our emotions to take over. We both sunk to that level to argue back and forth, and when we did, instead of one of us remaining calm, having a sound mind to de-escalate the situation, we both went there and made the situation worse. We'll fight, and then it take a while, but eventually we'll both become to a sound mind and then come back to where we were. And that shows, as you mature, your mind becomes more sound. The more you mature, you'll learn, hey, that's not the smartest thing to say. That's not the smartest thing for me to do. I shouldn't be, chasing after this car. If I don't get the car, I don't get the car. I'll get it another time. If I don't get it right here and now, it's all right, I'm good. And not letting our emotions overtake us. We need to overtake our emotions. He heals the broken and bandages their wounds. He counts the stars and assigns each a name. Our Lord is great with limitless strength. We'll never comprehend what he knows and does. We got a good God, great God. He gives us strength. He gives us joy. It's no limit to it. And we just have to learn to get to the point where we trust him. We trust that we're not going to know everything. We just have to have that understanding that he wants us to be mature and be an example for those who don't know him. And if we saying that we know him, we need to make sure we keep our sound minds, even in hard situations. And it's going to be hard for you to do that in some situations. But if you can take the time, even if you begin to lose your cool, if you look crazy and you start hollering and you just stop in the middle of the sentence and they think you just having a stroke or something, for you to calm down and get a sound mind, that's what you need to work toward, getting a sound mind. The better you clear your mind and remove yourself, your flesh from the situation. Remember, we kill our flesh daily. And we do that to allow the spirit to overtake our bodies. For we sacrifice the things of our life in order for us to gain true life. So that spirit, those emotions, those evil spirits that want to come out and have you respond in evil ways or upset because this didn't go your way or that didn't go your way, you didn't get this position, this other person did, that's fine. Keep your sound mind. You didn't get that position because maybe that position was going to turn out to be not what you thought it was. Maybe you didn't get that position because another position is going to come up better than that one. Maybe you didn't get that position because you may be finna get a whole better job. Maybe you didn't get that car because God needed you to ride the bus a few more times to reach somebody on the bus and show somebody on that bus that you know God. And maybe when you get that car, you're going to pick that person up that you were showing God on the bus to show him how good God can be. So don't get upset and frustrated about your circumstances and the things that's going on around you. Don't lose your emotions. Depression, it's not just anger. It's sadness, depression. All those are emotions that we allow to overtake us and that cloud up the sight and the insight of our spirits. And the more you can remove your emotions and your flesh from your body, the more mature you'll be, the more you'll see yourself grow, the better you'll see yourself handling situations, the happier you'll find yourself. But love those around you, but don't put the foundation of your joy, your happiness, and your love from those around you. Put all of that foundation, your love, happiness, and joy, put it in God, and then watch how God will use you and use the joy that he gives us, the love that he gives us, to affect those that we love around us. That's the better impact you can do than putting the foundation of your love in those you love around you and the things you love around you. Be an infectious person. Infect others. Spread it to others, the true love and joy. Show them where you're getting your joy from so they can have the same joy, and then y'all can share that joy together and then do the same thing and multiply more. But in managing our emotions, we have to remember we got to kill ourselves in order for us to truly live anyway. So kill yourself and live through Christ. And I don't mean kill yourself suicidal. What I'm saying is put yourself down in order to see things and respond to things the way God will want us to respond, the way the Holy Spirit wants to lead us to respond. In order for us to have a sound mind, we have to remove ourselves, because our way of thinking is not always sound. It's not always set in the right settings and mental state that we need to be. Our flesh, we get upset at people, you know, we look at people and sometimes we draw conclusions about that person. We're not always mentally correct. We're not always physically correct. That's why we sin. That's why the wages of sin are death, and everybody who's born on this planet Earth is going to die off this planet Earth. And a lot of us are walking dead because we allow our flesh to rule us. We have to kill ourselves, kill our flesh in order for us to live and eat. And that's the same thing with our emotions. We got to subtract ourselves from our emotions. And it doesn't mean that you have to be emotionless. It doesn't mean that you're not going to laugh, you're not going to cry, you're not going to feel sad sometimes or be overly happy. It's not saying that you have to walk around here and just be no life, no actions, no nothing. Christians aren't born. The only reason people say we're born is because we do have rules, standards that we need to hold ourselves by, but those standards and rules that we hold ourselves by are the same ones that the world is saying that, nah, we're going to party today, we're going to drink till we faint, party till we throw up, party till the sun come up. We're going to live our life the way we want to live our life. And if you look at that, the consequences we're paying in the world from living by the ways of our flesh, letting our emotions run wild, is what has our teen pregnancies up. It's what has our families growing up in split homes because fornication is out of control. I've been there and I've done that, and I've seen the repercussions of living strictly by my flesh and my emotions of what I feel. And when I say it feels like it's okay for me, I love this person and I want to marry this person, so why can't I shack up with them? But that'll be another one. We'll go to that later on another one. Like I said, when you find yourself in a position that you're losing your cool or you feel like your emotions are running wild, just take a step back, remove yourself mentally from the situation, and just think the best way that God will want you to respond to that situation. When your emotions are running wild because you don't have an answer to something or you don't have a key to unlock a door, take a step back, remove yourself mentally, and remember, you need to trust God even when you don't understand what's going on, when you can't find the answers yourself, or you can't unlock that door that you're trying to unlock. Trust that God is going to take care of the situation. He's either going to open that door for you, or he doesn't want you to go through that door because he has another door that he wants you to go. Trust that even when you don't have the answers and you can't find the answers anywhere, trust that God is bringing the answer. We just have to have patience. We live in a world these days that everything has to be right now and has to be exactly our way, but we have to get out of that, remove yourself from the situation, and allow yourself to collect a sound mind. And once you do that, you'll do a whole lot better in controlling your emotions and not letting your emotions rule you, or not letting your emotions and your circumstances around you affect the joy that God gives you every day that you wake.